Thank you for tuning in to the Comcats podcast, brought to you by Aghosta University's Communication Department. On today's episode, A Nutty Situation, we follow a student reporter and a parking officer who must work together to solve a parking issue at Aghosta University before the new school year begins and the institution is flooded with new students. Welcome to Aghosta University, a place of higher learning, magic, and mystery. The students here come from all walks of life and all corners of the known universe, but their obstacles should sound familiar even to human ears. On today's adventure, we'll join Simon Fowler as he struggles to find a parking space, stumbling across an issue much nuttier than they could have ever imagined. Doran Marlowe, AU's parking officer, is at her wit's end trying to tackle the issue by herself.
Oh my God!
Whoa there, pal. You looking a little lost.
Yeah, you look lost.
What you looking for?
A parking space?
A parking space. You hear that, Earl? This fella's looking for a parking space.
Yeah, I hear it, Shirley. I hear it.
We can certainly help you find a parking space.
Well, that's nice, but I think I got it.
Oh, buddy, I think you're misunderstanding what a generous offer we're giving you here.
We help you find a parking space. You give us that lovely pack of mixed nuts you got there in the cup holder.
And we won't slash your tires.
What? My tires?
Are you deaf? My tires, he says. You humans, you're morons, you know that?
Such morons, they can't even climb a tree right.
Yeah. Give us nuts and you don't get injured. It's really that simple, so hand them over.
No solicitation!
Ah, Jesus!
Go on, get out before I turn you into scroll paste with this here broom.
Hey, get the nuts, let's go, Shirley.
Damn little pests. Are you alright? No tires slashed?
I don't think so. I'm a bit confused, to be honest. Were those...
Large talking squirrels? Yeah. And here I thought the little boogers were a nuisance before all this. Now I had to negotiate hostage deals over parking spaces.
Fascinating. Look,
Officer Marlowe.
Right. I need to park so I can get to my class real fast, but would you mind telling me what's going on around lunchtime? Maybe 12:30? I'm writing for the tolling bell this semester, and I think this would work great for my assignment.
Alright, I'll bite. But don't lollygag forever. These squirrels have got it out for us. If I'm gone too long...
What happens?
What?
If you're gone too long, what happens?
I won't be.
Okay then, meet me at the teardrop?
Mm-hmm.
As the school day moved on, Simon could barely focus on his studies, too focused on the oddity that occurred in the parking lot. When he tried asking his fellow peers about the squirrels, he was rebuffed. Either they didn't know what he was talking about, or they just outright ignored him. With every rejection, the hours ticked by slower and slower. When the bell finally rang for his last class of the morning, he raced out of the building towards the courtyard's teardrop, a small alcove with benches surrounded by trees and hedges. Sitting patiently sat the parking officer Marlowe, playing the flute with eyes closed.
Thanks for meeting with me, Officer Marlowe.
Oh, please call me Doran. We're working together after all. Officer Marlowe's a bit of a mouthful.
Okay, Doran. What can you tell me about the squirrels?
More like what isn't there to tell. Them critters have been making a ruckus since they got here. A semester ago, thereabout. I didn't think anything of it at the time. The squirrels here are already smarter because of the exposure from the wards.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Exposure from the wards?
You're a transfer.
Is it that obvious?
Just a little, but there ain't a need to fluff your feathers over it. You should have class talking about this soon, if you aren't taking it already, but I'll give you the basics. Magic can affect wildlife in weird ways, if they get exposed to enough of it over time. That's where you get the magic creatures from, like unicorns and flying monkeys. Sometimes it's new limbs, Different colors, heightened intelligence, anything goes, really. Lots of weird stuff happens with magic exposure, but it usually takes years. That's why this is real fishy to me.
So why hasn't anyone done anything about it? If people are getting harassed over this...
That's because the higher-ups don't believe it. The squirrels aren't just smart, they're sapient. They are purposely avoiding faculty and older students. I don't know how, but they figured out who's new and have been slashing tires and stealing to get what they want. I've been doing my best to haggle, but I'm not an illusionist. I can't be everywhere at once.
There's no enchantment you can use to scare them away? Or some sort of spell?
Nah! This is where it gets crazy! The little freaks are magic resistant and are slowly growing in size.
What?
I've tried almost everything. Regular pest traps don't work. Any magical solution slides over them like water off a duck's back. No one believes me. It's only the 2 for now. But if I don't catch them, they could spread and will overrun the overpowered and oversized rodents. The new semester is starting soon, and if it isn't solved, we're going to have a huge issue on our hands. Good enough a story for you?
Maybe I could help? Not just with the story. I am definitely writing about this, even if it doesn't work.
Kiddo, at this point, even Augustine is getting antsy about all this. I'll take any help I can get.
I'm 21.
Everyone is a child to me, kiddo. What do you got?
Well, regular traps don't work, and neither do spells. But what about magical traps? Not enchanted items, but actual magical traps. I like to experiment in my free time, and...
An artificer, eh? Worth a shot. Anything to get rid of the little monsters. Show me what you got.
Simon and Doran decided to lay a trap during the weekend, allowing for less student presence on campus and a chance for Doran to scope out an allowable hiding spot. While she found the perfect spot and bait, Simon locked himself in his dorm. Inside was a hurricane of assorted gears, gadgets, and gizmos that were either materials, inventions, or both. It was a whirlwind of utter chaos, and Simon was the only navigator.
Oh, yes. Yes, this should work. Oh, I can't wait to see Doran's face. This was actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Special Agent Simon and Doran. Dun-dun-dun-dun, going out exploring. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Anyway.
There you are. I was starting to wonder if you bailed. That's a fancy-looking contraption you got there. What is it? A net?
Of sorts. It has this net that...
Shh. I hear something. You know how to handle that thing?
Not really, since I made this with scraps and a dream in 3 days. But we're about to find out.
Hey, how you doing, Daddy?
Yeah, I got the... Oh, Jesus!
Let me go! Hey!
You got him!
Hey!
You got him!
I know my squirrel rights.
Nice work, kiddo.
Still not a kid.
We ain't talking.
Yeah, we ain't talking.
Oh, I've been waiting a long time for this. You've caused me a hell of a lot of grief and far too many slashed tires. So, here's the deal. You two are going to start squealing, or...
Hey, whoa.
I'm having squirrel stew for dinner tonight.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now, hold on there, fellas.
Oh, okay. There's a knife now. Okay. You should really listen to my friend. Even I don't know what she's fully capable of, but I can tell you she's serious.
How about we make it worth your while there, boss? Who's to say that rinky-dinky thing even is gonna work on us?
Yeah, come on, boss. Tit for tat, quid pro quo. Magic can't hurt us. Why would a knife?
Rotten little beasts. But fine. Simon, pass me that bag over there.
What are you doing? What do they want?
I'm giving them an offer they can't refuse.
It don't matter what you offer us. We ain't leaving, and we ain't talking.
Yeah, you tell him, Shirley.
Maybe this will change your minds.
My God.
That's right, the Coco de Mer, the world's largest and non-magical nut. I had to call in a few favors to get my hands on one. Tell us why you were here, and it's yours.
You drive a hard bargain there, boss. But there ain't no way.
It was a setup. We was patsies. It was all those Acorn kids across the river. They dumped us here and ditched us. They're probably having a laugh about it now.
Wait, Acorn? Like USC Acorn? Our rival school?
Anything else?
Nah, Nutty Professor over here already spilled all the beans.
Good. That's all I needed to know.
Whoa!
Hey!
Who are you?
Chief Kairos, what a wonderful surprise. Here you are in all of his shadowy security glory after we took care of the problem. Having fun being the fly on the wall?
Thank you for your assistance, but the security team can take it from here. I will see both of you in my office first thing Monday morning.
Pompous shadow puppet. Ugh, what a way to ruin the victory.
Oh, great. That's just great.
It depends on their mood, really. We'll see come Monday.
You'll both be pleased to know that Shirley and Earl have been placed at a reputable magic creature reservation in Savannah. They'll never have to scavenge or worry about predators for the rest of their lives. Or make other squirrels like them.
Ha! Good riddance!
One less thing to worry about. How did they, come to be exactly? Doran said they're too advanced for magical exposure.
Really? I'm shocked. I wasn't aware Marlowe's vocabulary could cover such a concept without using more than 2 syllables a word.
You wish.
Charming. Apparently, Mr. Fowler, the squirrels were enchanted with a half-baked swearing curse, meant for the squirrels to shout profanities for an hour before dissipating. As this spell wasn't finished and poorly applied, it tangled dangerously with Augustine's wards, causing Shirley and Earl to gain rapid sapience and magic-resistant fur. According to the reservation, they are still rapidly growing and will reach the size of a Great Dane by the end of the academic year.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
The students responsible at Acorn have been reprimanded by the school and have been reported to the High Council for magical misconduct and illegal experimentation on animals. Thankfully, Shirley and Earl are the result of a comedy of errors and will be near impossible to replicate, stars be willing. Which brings me to the reason I brought you both here. I wanted to congratulate you for being able to catch our tire slashers. While I'm sorry it took a while to process the complaints, we were planning on investigating, though we didn't realize the severity of the problem until you two pursued it. So thank you. It was highly impressive that you two managed to do this in such a short time frame.
Well, when you're not pacing an office all day.
It's both impressive and concerning, considering that you aren't actually a parking officer. You do realize that the impersonation of an officer can be charged as a felony, correct?
You're what?
Oh, please. I've done enough unpaid labor to get a pass. Besides, Augustine likes me. I don't see anyone else doing my job. This campus would be shambles without me here.
I think we could manage just fine. However, I won't lie and say that we aren't bereft of security presence on campus. Listen, Marlowe, you got 2 options. First one, I arrest you for routine impersonation of a police officer and ban you from campus.
Not a fan of that one.
I thought not, so here's the second option that I'm only offering because you're right. Lord Augustine does seem fond of you for some unfathomable reason. I'll hire you on probation. You'll fill out the proper paperwork, do the required training, and work here for about 2 years. Then I'll look the other way.
And if I don't?
Then I arrest you.
I'm pretty sure that's blackmail.
Deal.
This can't be legal. I can't believe this.
Hey, I got you that story, didn't I?
I thought you were a police officer. Does this mean we did crime? Am I an accessory to a crime?
There. At least you had some fun. And technically speaking, if you're going to be chasing trouble like this while on a regular, a little college crime isn't going to matter much in the grand scheme of things. Worst comes to worst, you can make more of those magic doohickey you used today. Those little things packed a hell of a punch.
Legally, I can't agree with that, but I can say you haven't done anything that will impact your record, Mr. Fowler. Quite the opposite. You assisted with an ongoing investigation. Your invention especially was a huge help. Am I right in guessing that you're an enchanter and artificer of some sort?
Artificer. And it was just a net.
A net that grows as large as its prey and is indestructible. Those critters didn't stand a chance.
If that was just a net, then I wonder what you consider good. Let me know if you decide to continue with artificy in the future. Our department will happily be your first customers.
I'll keep that in mind. In the meantime, I have an article to write for the Tolling Bell, so if you don't mind...
Yes, you're free to go. I do ask that you keep Marlowe's status under wraps, however.
What do you mean? She's a parking officer, sir. I don't know what you're talking about.
Good man.
Bye, Simon. Can't wait to read your story. Don't forget to make me look good.
Sorry, Doran. I can only write what I saw.
Thanks for listening to Aghosta University, Episode 2, A Nutty Situation. The voice of Simon Fowler was played by Cody Robertson.
The voice of Darlin Marlowe was played by Addison Colvin.
The narrator and Chief Kairos was voiced by Schneider Hadfield, and is also the editor.
The voices of Earl and Shirley were played by Dean Gossett Jr.
Justice for the rats.